Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Heathens Rising. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're having a great morning or evening or day, basically. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I hope everyone is well. So today, what I would like to talk about, this has kind of been on my mind, and I wanted to share it. This is going to be a witchy ramble, okay? Just full disclaimer. Full disclaimer, disclosure, whatever. This is going to be like a witchy ramble. I had a whole thing planned out for what I was going to do. I was going to show you guys how to make like a car protection sachet, but then I was like, no, this keeps like eating at me, so I'm gonna talk about this, and that would just be the other one will be for another video. So fuck it. So this is gonna be a bit of a ramble and a bit of talking about it, just in case some of you are identifying with it or can understand what I'm saying. It's I want to talk about it to bring that connection, you know what I'm saying, and to let you know that, hey, it's okay, and that this is the way I look at it, and this is a different way that you can look at it if this is how you're feeling. But you're probably like, what is that? You jumping the gun, Sarah. Sorry. And excuse me, like, if I'm, like, glowing. It is hot as balls in my room. And I am so hot right now. Like, I've been sitting here, like, waiting to just, I'm like, I'm never going to get cool. So I need to make the video. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was, I don't know if others can identify, but my practice and my belief and witchcraft, basically, is something that I feel saved my life. I feel like it's something that changed my entire thought process. It changed the way I look at things. It changed my outlook. Because it's a lot about breathing and thinking about what you're doing and constantly trying to better yourself and constantly love yourself and forgive yourself. And, it's so much of that. Like, healing is so much a part of it. And I have been through so much, and I've done so much, that the mental scars from life and just from my life in general have been very hard to conquer and get over. And, not so much get over, because you never get over something, especially when it's traumatic. You don't get over it, you find a better way to live with it. You find a better way to deal with it, where it's, you go from something that did bother you all the time, or this is the reason I drink all the time, this is the reason I cut myself, this is the reason I do drugs, this is the reason I da-da-da-da-da, X, Y, and Z reasons. And it makes you, once you're able to look at it dead on and accept it and face it just becomes a lot easier to live with and deal with. And, because the number one thing that I talk about, especially in the group, real quick, and I say this a lot, for anybody that's unsure, because I just mentioned the group automatically thinking that everybody's going to know what I'm talking about. But for those rare few that might wander in here, when I say the group, I have a group on Facebook called Hecate's Heathens. So that's what I mean when I say the group. And now I feel like I'm going to have to explain that, or not really explain it, but say that same thing in every video, because, what if they don't see this video? So, yeah, for those that are wondering, when I say group, I mean Hecate's Heathens. I have a group on Facebook. It's called Hecate's Heathens. Go look it up. Okay? Answer the questions and come be part of the family. Yeah, okay. So, anyway, yeah, it's, you know, because shadow work is a big part of, well, at least it is for me. Shadow work is a big part of witchcraft and my practice. Self-love, healing, you know, and the shadow work is awesome because it really is an opportunity for you to face those things, face those demons, face all the things that are supposed to be taboo inside you, and it's accepting both the light and the dark in yourself, and it's a celebration of both. You know, it's like I have both light and dark in me, and you know, I'm sorry, to me, there cannot be a balance if there's not one without the other. That's how I feel about it. And I'm going all the way around the barn just to get to the door to get to my point, which I have a way of doing that. Finger guns, bang bang. But my point is that it made me see a lot of things differently. It made me think about a lot of things differently. Things that I would normally jump the gun on, or, you know, be quick to cuss somebody out or get angry or want to participate in that argument. I just sit here and I'm like, you know what? It's just not fucking important, and it's just not worth it. It's not, what is worth my energy anymore? What is worth my time? What is worth, you know, what is worth it? Especially if it's something that's negative. You know, it's really taught me not to feed into the negativity. It's really taught me not to feed into the negative. It's really taught me to focus on the good and how I'm blessed and what I'm blessed with. And then when you focus in and hone in on those things, it's like everything else, that thought process becomes different, you know? It changes your whole thought process. Phoenix, I swear. Shut.
Go Baba.
No, we're not going bye-bye right now. That was my son. He's autistic and does not give two fucks. He will come right through this door. Hang on a second. Oh God, don't let me drop it. Don't let me drop it. This whole camera thing is a balancing act. It's a whole balancing act. I told you guys, when I make these videos, it's like you're here. It's like you're right here in the room. You're welcome. What was I saying? Shit, what was I saying? Oh, it's just, you know, it's about how it makes you think about things differently, you know? And I know a lot of us come to the craft or find ourselves at this crossroads, find ourselves here when we're in bad situations in our life, or when bad things are happening, you know, and we find ourselves at this point. And that's where I feel like a lot of people battle with their spirituality and their craft, because they're like, you know, once they start feeling better and they feel good about things, they feel like, oh, well, you know, I haven't really gone to my altar today, or I haven't really practiced any witchcraft today, or I haven't really, you know, it's like all these things where it's like, oh, I haven't recently done a ritual, or I haven't recently, you know what I'm saying? It's like that whole come to the altar thing, feeling like, you know, that nagging in the back of your head saying, oh, it's almost like worship, you know, I need to worship today. I need to worship today. I didn't worship today. I didn't do this today. That's okay. That is 100% okay. You know why? Because that's the beauty of it being your craft. And who's to say how one way is supposed to be the other? Like, oh, you have to practice every day in order to practice witchcraft or have a spirituality. It's like, but who's to say that when I'm out doing stuff that I'm not doing witchy things or thinking witchy things, or every time I have a thought that, you know, I can do this, you know, and thank you to whoever you thank. Me personally, I'm always thinking Hecate and my deities and the universe, and I'm always like, thank you so much. And those are the little ways for me where it's like, no, I do it every day. It's just in my own way. And by me being happy and, you know, showing love and showing light and showing all those things, all the positive things, to me, that is, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's what everything is about. You don't have to feel bad. Who are we going to disappoint? Who's going to get pissed off because, what, we didn't go to the altar today? Or we didn't, like, who's going to, what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going to happen? We're going to fucking get sent to bed without dinner and we're going to get a spank? No, we're not. Because we don't have to beat ourselves up about, oh, I didn't do this today. Or I didn't do this morning. Or I didn't whatever. Stop beating yourself up about it. If you sit here and you're in the mindset of, I am affirming who I am daily, and I think about it on the regular, about who I am and what I am, and I radiate the fact that, you know, I am a strong practitioner, and I'm getting stronger. I don't have to practice every day. When I wake up and say, I'm going to have a good day, this is going to be a good day, I am doing witchcraft. That is, to me, witching. That is being your beautiful witchy self, because you're casting those affirmations, you're casting those intentions into the universe and into your mind and into yourself. And to me, it doesn't have to be a set, you know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of us beat ourselves up about that, because it's like, oh, I haven't done this in a few days or a couple weeks or whatever. Stop beating yourself up about it. It's your craft. It's your craft. Craft it however you want. Let it be whatever you want. You know, and regardless of if you come to the altar when you're in a horrible place or when you're in a happy place, it's the fact that it's there when you need it. And as long as you show and think about appreciation and gratitude and you show it, then it's like, to me, especially when, you know, I have it's a white bone Hecate triple goddess tea light holder, and when I go to put my tea light in it, you know, I'm always saying, thank you Hecate, hail Hecate, for this, for that, for whatever. But that's my own little ritual in itself. When I light all my candles, when I'm at my altar and I'm going to my altar to light all my candles or my incense, that in itself is a ritual. I'm having a hard time finding the words to, like, it's like, oh, I wish you guys could be inside my head. No, I take that back. I don't wish that. Y'all would definitely need a straitjacket by the time you were done visiting. No. But what I mean is that we beat ourselves up over the fact that it's like, I didn't go to my altar today. I didn't worship today. I didn't meditate today. I didn't do this today. I didn't and we just constantly beat ourselves up over it. And it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way at all. That's the beauty of witchcraft, is that it's your craft, and you craft it however you see fit. And you be witchy every day that you're alive, and you take a breath, and you know, you wake up and set your intentions for the day, or you think about it, or you wish someone well, or you know what I'm saying? That is being a witch. That is practicing witchcraft. You know, those little spells and those little thoughts and those little intentions that, you know, and affirmations that we set for ourselves or put out in the day, or say something to somebody, that is being it. You are it. And you make it up however you see fit. You know? You don't beat yourself up over stuff. You just don't. I used to do it all the time. All the time. All the time. I'd be like, oh, I need to go to my altar today. Like, because you feel like unless you don't do it steadily every day, it's like you're gonna get this humongous punishment, or you're gonna let someone down. It really feels like that. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe not all of you, but I know some of you, a lot of you know what I'm talking about. It's that whole, oh, I feel like I've let myself down, and I feel like I've just, you know, because seriously, think about it. Who are we going to let down? Who? Nobody. We're not going to let nobody down at all. It's just us beating ourselves up over and over about it, and we need to stop doing that. We need to stop beating ourselves up over that. It is not something we need to do, because as long as we know who we are and what we practice and how we think, you know, because you could be witching just in your clothes, in your jewelry, and the way you present yourself, you know, and when you talk about it with people, when you think about it, that is doing it. That is being a witch. That is you practicing witchcraft. That is you doing your witching and your witching thing. And that's what it's all about. And, you know, like I said, I told you guys, I don't know if I started, did I say this in the beginning about how it was going to be a witchy ramble? Did I mention that? I don't fucking remember, because, well, my brain sucks, and then Phoenix, and I don't remember things. But yeah, I was like, this is definitely going to be a ramble. I have 0 notes put down. I was planning on doing something else for the video. I did something completely different entirely. So yeah, this is a bit of a ramble. It's a bit of all over the map. But if you can just hopefully piece it together and get the point of what I'm saying, it's a whole thing of we need to stop beating ourselves up for the fact that we didn't do this today. We didn't do it this week. We didn't, oh man, you know, like we just beat ourselves up over that fact. I know I do. I do. I do it all the time. All the time. And I'm like, no, you know, no. It does not have to be this way. It does not have to be this way. We do not have to feel bad for not going to our altar today, or not practicing a spell for the month, or not doing a ritual. You know, like I said, any little thing that you do in the arena of, you know, witchcraft, or self-discovery, or self-love, or anything spiritual, that is you doing your thing, man. And it's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. It's your craft. Your craft. See the key word there? Your craft. And you make it you do it how you see fit. And there's no sense in beating yourself up over shit. Because, like I said, just the very thought just thinking about it, just feeling it, just knowing it, talking about it with a friend, you know, thinking about it to yourself, all of that. That is you doing your witchy thing. Or that is you doing your heathen thing. Or that is you, pick a word that works for you. That is you doing your thing. And we don't have to feel bad over shit. We don't. We really don't. Because what does it, for one, what does it change? And for two, how does it help? Because we beat ourselves up over it, yet we're still obviously not doing the one thing we're beating ourselves up over. So why the fuck do it? Why beat ourselves up over it? Accept who you are. Accept that you are the embodiment of what your craft is. You are the embodiment of what you're practicing every day. And every day you think it, every day you strive for it, or strive for this, or strive for that. That is you doing your thing. Like how I said in another video about, you know, giving like offerings and rituals and stuff like that, like giving offerings to Hecate and stuff like that. Now things like that are, a bit differently. Things like that, yes, I do make time for that. And if I miss something for a certain period of time, then I'm like, you know, no, it's time to show my blessings and my gratitude, you know, to Hecate via this way, or on the full moon, or, you know what I'm saying? But as far as beating ourselves up for every single day, not doing a certain thing, or not doing whatever, it just needs to stop. It just, because it solves nothing, and we don't need to be sitting here making ourselves feel like shit when we don't have to be. We don't have to be feeling that way. But what I was saying, like with my group, with Hecate's Heathens, to me, that is constant honoring. That is constant devotion. That is showing my love and my devotion is my group. And even if I haven't gone to my altar, and even if I haven't lit the candle, I know who I'm thinking about. I know who my deity is. I know who I worship. They know who you worship. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, and those ways, that's how those ways of gratitude towards who you're working with or what you're doing is shown. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I hope it does. I hope it does. I'm sorry. I struggle with words a lot. But, you know, my whole point is stop beating yourself up over shit that you should not be beating yourself up over. I mean, seriously, you know, or stop beating yourself up over the fact that, oh, the only time I go to my altar, or the only time I do this is when bad shit is happening, or when I'm feeling down, or when I'm feeling, well, then that's when we genuinely need them. That's when we genuinely need it. And that's okay. That's our safe haven. That is where we go. That is our security blanket. You know? That's the whole, excuse me guys, that's the whole point of doing what we do, is to gain that happiness, gain that positivity, so that we can actually live. So that we can actually live and actually enjoy our life and actually enjoy being who we are. That is the whole point of all of that. And if that's how we find it, is by way of coming to the altar when we're sad, or when we're depressed, or when we're down, or when we're just, times are bad, then that's okay. Because then what it's doing and what its function and purpose is working. And that's what it's supposed to do. And like I said, just when you sit here and you wake up and you're like, you know, I'm going to have an awesome day. Nothing can touch me. I and I put a protective bubble around myself, or if you ground for a few minutes, that is you doing your thing. It's doing your witchy thing, your heathen thing. Pick the word. But, you know, that's what it's all about. And I want everyone to stop beating themselves up. Because I can't tell you how many times I see that in the group when people are like, oh, I haven't practiced in a hot minute, you know. And I feel awful because I haven't practiced, or I haven't done this, or I haven't done that. That's okay, man. That's okay. Where is it said and written that you have to do it a certain way? Where is it written that you have to do it every day, 24/7, all the time? It doesn't have to be. It can be when you want it to be. It can be on your time. It can be that safety net, that security blanket when you're feeling bad and down. And you know, I was talking to my sister earlier today, Monkey. Hi, Monkey. I love you. So, Ashley, for those that don't know who Monkey is, I was talking to her today, and there were some issues we were talking about, but she was like, you know what, man? If you gotta fucking take a shot of fucking whiskey and go sit in front of your altar and be like, hey, look, I need to talk to my ancestors. I need some strength. I got a lot of shit in my head right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay for it to be however it is. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, it's serving its purpose. It's serving its point. It's serving the point and reason of why we practice what we practice. Because it's making us better people. And it helps make us better decisions. And it helps us find our way. So, you know, to those that, oh, look, guys, look at my new awesome, isn't it just freaking, isn't it amazing? Sorry, side note. I was falling in love with myself all over again when I looked at it. Check it out, isn't it beautiful? Sorry. My bad. But yeah, it's just stop feeling bad for being like, oh, I didn't do this. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, I haven't casted in like forever. Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Every time we tell ourselves that things are going to be a certain way, or every time, that is casting those little fucking spells. We are speaking it into existence. And that's what we are doing. Half the time, do you know what? If the whole rest of the world only knew that seriously this is really what witchcraft consisted of, then literally 90% of the planet are witches. They just don't know it. Because it's been turned around and flipped upside down and thrown across the room and so ass backwards, you know, because it's an evil, bad, horrible thing. Nobody actually knows the truth about it. And that's what sucks. So we get looked like, you know, we're crazy and we've got 10 heads and we're insane. And it's like, no, we're not, you know, because I know witchcraft saved me. It saved me from myself. It saved other people from myself, because it made me just stop in my tracks and be like, hey, is it worth it, man? Is it worth it? No. So if it's serving its point and purpose, and if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, you know, then it is fucking groovy. It is, and it's okay. So I'm gonna wrap it up before I start sounding like a broken record and say so 20 more million times. But the point is don't feel bad if you haven't gone to your altar today, or if you haven't whatever. Just remember what I said. As long as you know, every little thing you do throughout the day is you doing your witchy thing, because you are the embodiment of it. You are the embodiment of it. And of course, like I said, minus the making time and taking time out for like devotionals or offerings or giving thanks to your deities of the universe or who you work with, or God or gods, then, you know, that's different. But as far as beating ourselves up about every little thing, and oh, I didn't do this today, I didn't light that candle today, I didn't, it's okay, man. It's okay. Because we ain't gonna let no fucking body down, that's for sure. And if you're that stuck on it, and you're like, oh, well, I'm letting myself down, well, then personally you need to work on that. Because, you know what I'm saying, and get more disciplined with yourself and who you are. Because if it's to the point to where it's literally, you're literally letting yourself down, well, then you obviously work on those things that are bothering you. Don't just keep beating yourself up and keep saying, well, I'm just continue to let myself down because, you know, you're lazy with the fact that you don't. I hate it and I'm beating myself up about it, but I don't want to get up off my ass to do anything about it. Well, then, sorry, love, you're in a vicious cycle there. And I know what that's like, too. Been there, done that. Bought the t-shirt, speak the language, know all about it, okay? I know. But it has to come to a point to where you're going to do something about it, because can't nobody do not anyone else can do anything about it but you. So, as far as that part goes, if it's something that, you know, bothers you to your core, then think about and work on what you can do to change your ways or to make it better or to, you know what I'm saying. But as far as just on the regular level of like, oh fuck, I didn't go to my altar today, you know, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. It's okay, because just you being you is doing your thing, and you don't have to be in front of the altar to be doing your craft or to be doing your witchy thing. You don't have to be. You are the embodiment of what you practice. And every time you have a thought, like I said, every time we cast these little mini spells throughout the day, because we're speaking it into existence. We think it, we feel it, we speak it, we know it. Boom. It's like, what do you think a spell is? It's exactly what a spell is. It's exactly what it's about. So, please, my loves, stop beating yourselves up over shit, because you don't need to be, and it's not worth it. And for the ones that really genuinely are, and they're like, well, that's not good enough for me, what you're saying, well, then you got to get up off your ass and change some things then. But that's the way that is. But I just wanted to go on this ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed the ramble with me. I hope it made sense. I knew I was going to struggle with words, because I was like, oh, how am I going to spit this out the way that I see it in my head? I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. But hopefully the point hit home. It's just, the point is, stop beating yourself up over shit. Stop beating yourself up. You don't need to, and it's not worth it. So I love you, my lovelies. I literally think I have said so 1,000 fucking times. I'm not kidding. This has been a whole video of just so's. That's like my initials. So is my initials. SEW. Just in case I was wondering. I'm sure you weren't. So I almost said so. I almost said so again. So. Watch. YouTube's going to catch one of those facial expressions, and that's going to be the thumbnail of me and that. I'll be like, I've accepted it. I've accepted it. I have zero equipment to edit my own shit. So I've accepted the fact that YouTube is going to catch me in every single unattractive, position imaginable. So I've accepted it. I get it. Don't feel bad about not going to the altar, or not doing this, or not doing X, Y, Z. Don't feel bad about it, loves, because you are it. You are what you embody, and you radiate it every day. You radiate it when you wake up. Think it, speak it, it is it. So! I love you, my loves. I hope you got what I'm saying. I love you guys. Mwah. Blessed be, and I hope the point hit home. I love you guys.